first theorem. If A be any given square matrix of order n, then A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant of A into I, where I is the identity matrix of order n. For example, we have a matrix A is equal to 2, 3, 1, 4, and we seen that adjoint of this matrix is 4 minus 3 minus 1, 2. Okay, what is its determinant? Determinant is equal to 2 into 4, 8, minus 1 into 3, 3, that is 5. So by this result, A into adjoint A, that is determinant 2, 3, 1, 4 into matrix 2, 3, 1, 4 into matrix 4 minus 3 minus 1, 2, and adjoint A into matrix A, that is 4 minus 3 minus 1, 2 into 2, 3, 1, 4, as well as determinant A into I. All these values we can see the same. Okay. Listen. A into adjoint A is matrix 5, 0, 0, 5. Adjoint A into A is 5, 0, 0, 5. And determinant A into identity matrix equal to 5, 0, 0, 5. So, A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to determinant of A into identity matrix. Okay. So, this is the first theorem. See this matrix 1, 2, 4, 8. This is a 2 by 2 matrix. Let us take this matrix as A. Then what is its determinant? Determinant 1, 2, 4, 8 gives 1 into 8, 8 minus 4 into 2, 8, that is 0. Determinant A is equal to 0 for the matrix 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay. So, if determinant equal to 0, then we can call this matrix as a singular matrix. Right? Singular matrix. So, singular matrix means determinant of A is always equal to 0. So, what is non-singular matrix? How to check whether a matrix is singular or not? We have to find its determinant. If it is 0, then it is singular. If it is not equal to 0, then the matrix is known as non-singular matrix. Okay. Now, theorem number 2. If A and B are non-singular matrices of the same order, then AB and BA are also non-singular matrices of the same order. Okay. That is, A is non-singular means determinant of A not equal to 0. B is non-singular means determinant of B not equal to 0. Then AB and BA are also non-singular. That is, determinant of AB is not equal to 0 as well as determinant of BA is not equal to 0. Okay. So, this is theorem number 2. Next is theorem number 3. The determinant of the product of the matrices is equal to product of their respective determinant. That is, suppose you have two matrices of same order A and B. Then the determinant of product of the matrices is equal to product of determinant of A and determinant of B. Okay, determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. From here we can deduce a result, that is determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of A the whole raised to n minus 1 where A is a square matrix of order n. Okay. Now last theorem, theorem number 4. A square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is non-singular matrix. Okay. For a matrix, inverse exists means if it is a non-singular matrix. What do you mean by non-singular matrix? Determinant of A is not equal to 0. That is, suppose we have a matrix, a square matrix A of order n, then there exists another matrix B such that A into B is equal to B into A is equal to I. Then only we can say that A is invertible or B is the inverse of A. Okay, B is the inverse of A. And listen, the inverse of any matrix is calculated by adjoint A divided by determinant of A. So by heart the formula, to obtain inverse of a matrix, we are using adjoint A by determinant A. We already know how to find adjoint of a matrix as well as determinant of a matrix. So using this result, we can easily find inverse of a matrix. Then we can say the given matrix is a invertible matrix or not. Okay. So these are the important theorems based on adjoint of a matrix as well as inverse of a matrix. So study all the theorems and practice all the problems based on this result, especially singular and non-singular matrices. So dear students, in the next class we will discuss some examples based on this theorem and followed by matrix method to solve the given system of equations. Okay. So once again, thank you all. Have a nice day.